Hey guys, welcome to the second part of the video that explains the skills you need abroad. If you haven't watched the first one, you should definitely do that. And I hope you enjoy the second part. Thank you.
Let's shift a little bit into the professional skills that I think you need in order to survive, or will I say make it here professionally. And number one on this list, very important, if you don't know what I'm talking about, please, this should be the very first thing you should do if you're thinking of coming to Germany or moving anywhere abroad and doing a 9 to 5. Go and learn how to use Microsoft Suite, Google Suite. Go and learn how to use this too. Know how to use the MS Word, know how to use the Google Drive, know how to use Excel. Excel is important. It's very important, trust me. Before I came to Germany, I didn't know how to use these things, right? However, doing projects, within my team, my classmates, and all of that, I learned how important these things are. It just makes collaboration easier. And what is something that a lot of companies do? They work in teams, they collaborate together. So imagine you being able to access a document on a drive, like on a shared drive, and all the members of your team can access that same document and work on a document in real time at the same time on the same sheet. You find out that it looks like a very small skill or something that everybody should know, but most people don't know it. I mean, myself inclusive, before I came, right? And I was lucky that I had this opportunity in class to learn this. However, I thought it was something, okay, yeah, maybe all the Europeans knew that, or maybe everybody that that came into Germany as a student knew that. But in the course of working, in the course of meeting other people, I found out that many people didn't learn this even while they were in school, right? And I'm talking about people that studied in Germany. So it's important for you to actually learn how to use this, the Google Drive, Google Suite, MS. It's very important. Learn how to use them. Okay, if you can even learn how to use it in an advanced way, much better, trust me. Apart from learning how to use the Drive and Google Word, Google Suites, MS Word, and all that, something that's important to is learning how to network. You will be amazed the kind of opportunities you could get by just networking. And I mean, this does not just happen to people that are very social, people that are extroverts, even introverts too. Personally, I'm not great at networking because I don't know how to do small talk. However, when I'm in a space, or I'm with people that the energy is great, it's just good to open up a little bit, share your experiences with them, and you'll be surprised people that are interested in you. And even while people are taking interest in you, try to take interest in other people to listen to what they are saying. Try to get to know them a little bit more. Reach out to people on LinkedIn, reach out to people on this professional sites, even people within your team. It's very important, because you might be in a situation where your network will be the ones that will come through for you. And I'm not if it has not happened to me, I will not tell you. It has happened to me before, and my network really came through for me. They really came through for me. So if this isn't your kind of thing, I think you should really, and you don't have to be like superb, whenever I come into a room everybody knows you. No, just the little you can do. Try to get to know people within your circle, get to know people within your network. Try to talk about what you do, try to listen to what other people do. That way, this whole networking thing is just you being able to know what someone does, reach out to them when you need help, and then being able to do the same thing for you. This is like what we call Imam Madu. Who you know and how well you know them. That is basically what networking is, and you should use this to your advantage, especially if you're moving to abroad for the first time and you're trying to get settled and you're trying to know the system. Is very important. Yeah, so the next thing is social media influencing, digital marketing, and all that. I mean, I mentioned it a little bit at first when in the beginning of this video, but man, this is very important, because a lot of people are going into side hustles. In fact, not even going into, it's important that you do a side hustle, because living paycheck to paycheck might not be except, I mean, I'm not saying that this is for everyone. Some people are just very comfortable the way they are. As long as money is coming at the end of the month, they are fine. But if you're not this kind of person, you want to have like diverse or multiple streams of income that you can do from the comfort of your home without necessarily having to go outside and burn yourself out. You should learn how to use social media to your advantage. Learn how to make digital products, learn how to sell digital products, learn how to do marketing, learn how to be an influencer is not just coming out and doing makeup and wearing clothes. Learn how to reach out to brands, learn what to say to companies, what to say to brands that will make them, because right now it feels like the market is getting very saturated. A lot of people are going into it because there is actually money in it, but you can find a way to stand out, right? And you don't necessarily have to have 1 million subscribers, or no, just even if you have like less than 8,000 subscribers, the quality of your content will speak for you. And it's just little beginnings, right? Even if you don't want to start it off like, okay, I want to make money out of it, start it off as you being creative, you trying out, or you pushing yourself and testing the word, and see what comes out of this thing. Honestly, you'll be surprised. You'll be really surprised. So another skill on my list is communications. I mean, if you're going to use your mouth, or you're going to use your body, or you're going to use your eyes, or whatever it is that you want to convey a message to somebody else, that is basically communication. And it's important to learn how to communicate. It's a skill that people think that, oh, okay, yeah, as long as I can talk, you can understand me. But it's important for you to navigate life anywhere you are, right? Learn how to communicate, learn how to read the room, learn when to shut up and listen, learn when to speak, learn what to say at the right time. So when you open your mouth, people don't look at you like, exactly. Because when people see you, the first thing they see is your appearance, right? But what makes you kind of stick, or what makes you stand out, is what happens after you open your mouth. What do you say? Okay. And when you're trying to pass a message to someone, what you emphasize, or how your speech falls, or how it comes out, is, to an extent, it creates a level of importance to what you're saying, right? So if you're in a company and you're trying to give a presentation, how are you gonna do that when you don't know how to talk? If, for instance, maybe you're not in the company and all that, you want to have like a social media page and you want to communicate, how are you going to do that as well? So it's very important to learn the skill of communication. Right after communication, the next thing is problem solving. It looks like a very not big, but trust me, learn how to see a problem, how to spot problems, and how to solve them. That way, when you go for job interviews, say for instance you're applying for a job, part of the reason they even put that job role, they made it public, is because they have a problem and they want you to solve a problem for them. So part of your job interview process will be to kind of find out the problems the company has and give them suggestions, solutions on how to solve this problem. This trick, or this point, has helped a lot of people get jobs, me especially. That's like one very major tip I use whenever I'm applying to roles, or maybe I'm interviewing for roles. I always ask, what is the current situation that's going on in your team? What is your pain point? What is the problem? And then with that, I come up with suggestions. Sometimes on the spot, sometimes I go back, think a little bit, and write the recruiter an email to say, this is what I've come up with, and this is how I can help you. They're not hiring you because they need someone to be on their payroll. They're hiring you because they need you to help them solve their problems. So if you can learn how to, spot problems, how to solve problems, great. And trust me, Google will help you a lot if you know how to use it. Okay? Learn how to, I think the mantra everybody should have is, once you're in a problem, or once you're in a situation you don't know what to do, Google it. Check on YouTube. Because sometimes it helps you solve 50% of your problems. Then if you check, you don't find a solution, you don't find an answer, or the answer you're getting is complex, then you can ask someone for help. But trust me, you can Google every single thing, except you're into weird shit. Who knows? So the next point is self-awareness. Girl, you need to learn how to be self-aware. And the skill of self-awareness, I mean, it ties down to a lot of things: communication, when to speak, when to how to read the room. It also kind of helps you identify what your strong suit is, or your strengths and your weaknesses are. That way you can decide when to be in your comfort zone, when to leave your comfort zone, when it's important that you need to do something, what you could be good at, what you need to improve on, even generally in your career, right? Because for you to kind of climb this career ladder to become a little more professional and all that, you have to be self-aware. You need to know what you want and what you can do, right? And then I know that sometimes you need to push yourself out there, put yourself out there, but being self-aware would help you kind of, I don't know, navigate this whole capitalism better. You get, it helps you navigate through the society, everything better. If you're in class and you're self-aware, you know when to ask questions, you know what kind of questions to ask, the kind of question that would make you come up in a certain way, the kind of questions that it's important, the kind of things that you're looking at. If for instance you're in a situation where you have an assignment, you don't even know how to go about the assignment, because you are self-aware, you know when to research, when to try to do the work yourself. If you can't find a solution, you know how to reach out to people, who to reach out to, the kind of people that would help you without necessarily having to put you down. So being self-aware, it's something that you should really pay attention to. Listen to yourself. Basically, listen to yourself. The kind of energy you give other people, give that same energy to yourself, and believe me, you see that you are a speck. Last but not least is work ethics. Even me, I'm trying the best to explain this in a way that it will make sense, but just have at the back of your mind that the work environment is becoming a little more sensitive and a little insensitive, such that there are topics and there are microaggressions, that things you could possibly take for granted, based on culture, based on society, things that you can say willingly in a different setting, you cannot say these kind of things in some settings, right? Things you joke about. There are some places you will go and say that kind of joke, problem. So you need to know how to behave in a work environment. You need to know what to pay. You're working for a company, you were hired, they've given you, in fact they might not even need to tell you, they assume somehow that how to behave in some settings, how to when to come to work, when to leave work and all that. Basically they expect you to be diligent, right? And you come with your own right hand. I mean, I'm not saying that you shouldn't know what you want, you shouldn't go for what you want. However, the way you go about it, the way you communicate it gives whoever, your manager, your supervisor, a feeling that, okay, this person is respectful, even though they're coming for what they want. You get? So how to behave in a work environment is very important. Work ethics, very important. How to communicate with different stakeholders, how to reach out to different people, how to even how to write emails. If you didn't learn anything from this video today, learn this, okay? Just learn how to behave. I know that we are in this generation where people, basically can do whatever it is they want to do and get away with it. But it's important for you to kind of put yourself in the shoes of the people that are the receiving end of your behavior. If someone else does this kind of thing to you, how would you feel about it, right? And that way it would help you make an informed decision, to help you think twice before you behave in certain ways in certain environments, right? So this is the end of this video. I hope you found it really helpful. I had so much time, so much fun talking about this and coming up with these different skills I think you should learn. And as I said, it doesn't necessarily matter if you're already abroad. If you think that you could improve on any of the points I've mentioned, please do that. Go ahead. And as we usually say, life is about learning. Every day you learn something new. If for instance there's a skill or a tip you think I probably missed, you think other people should be aware of, please put it in the comment section. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this, what you feel, what questions you might have. I want to know in the comment section. Okay, so yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Ciao.